Can you be mine for Christmas? Can you be mine for Christmas? I've been good all year. So what I want to hear is you'll be mine for Christmas. Can you be mine for Christmas? Would you deny me this much? Oh, to be mine for Christmas. When it goes, it always goes so fast. I hope you're
Good morning and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 6. I have a late start to today's day, but I'm hoping to still make it a productive day or decently productive. So it's almost 9 already and I've only gotten in like 15 minutes of studying. I'm basically ready for the day. I got dressed and I don't have to be on campus until like later in the day, but I'm going there earlier to go to some like pre-finals event or something like that. So I'm going to hopefully get off my phone soon because I've been on my phone, which is not good. And then I'm hoping to get at least 2 hours of studying done. So don't know if it's actually gonna happen. We will see.
Won't you be mine for Christmas?
Here's where I'm doing what I call pretend studying because I was actually watching YouTube more than studying, and honestly, I wasn't studying at all. I wasn't even attempting to read the slides. I was just writing out questions for the slides, and it was not very productive. But these are the moments that I need to remind myself and give myself grace, because it's okay to not be productive all the time and to have mornings that you start your day late and maybe you don't really get anything done, because if we were productive all the time, then we would burn out very quickly.
She went away on Christmas Day, didn't come back till New Year. He thought
I'm heating up some pasta and putting some of this sauce on it, and I'm just gonna heat it up in the microwave, and that is my lunch. I'm already home from class, showered and changed into pajamas, but I just heated up my dinner and I'm having the dinner that I had to thaw yesterday that I couldn't have, so I thawed it during the day and then heated it up in the oven. And I heated up some mashed potatoes underneath, and I also made a biscuit because it sounded good. I just have the ones that you put in the freezer, or the ones that are in the freezer and then you just cook them in the oven. So I just heated up one of them to eat with. It stuck to the, I should have known that was gonna happen. Oh well, but I heated up one just because it sounded good to eat with my dinner, and I'm gonna eat this, and I have a meeting at 6 on Zoom, so I don't really have that much time to do much tonight, so it's kind of a boring night. Good morning. I'm so tired. I don't want to open my eyes. I've been snoozing my alarm for like 20 minutes or something like that. It's also really cold in my room right now. I don't want to get up. Today's vlog is a continuation from yesterday's because I didn't have enough footage yesterday. So there's 2 days in this vlog. I was filming a little bit ahead for Vlogmas, so it's okay if I combine these 2 days because it'd be better than having a video that's only like 4 minutes long, I feel like. My head hurts really bad. I can't tell if it's just because I'm just waking up or what, but I need to get up because I need to drive to class today because I normally don't have to be there super early, but we have final like presentations for one of my classes and the time it was scheduled at is 8 a.m. so I have to go there before I have lab, so I need to get up and moving. I have like, I don't even know how much time, like 40 minutes or something like that. I can't think to figure out how much time I have. but I made pancakes last night, so I have those to eat for breakfast. So I don't have to worry about making breakfast, so that's good at least. I have my clothes picked up too, so it's just a matter of when I'm actually gonna get up. I'm gonna lay in bed for a little bit longer and then hopefully get up. I'm back from classes. I've actually been back for a while now, but I made lunch. I had leftover pasta and sauce that I heated up in the microwave for lunch, and I also threw my laundry into the washer, and now it switched it over to the dryer. I'm doing laundry and I have some clothes drying on the drying rack, and the rest is in the dryer still. But it is currently like 1:30ish, and I need to study today. It must happen. Like, I have to study today. If I don't, I'm gonna be so stressed. I've been pushing it off and I just really need to study. I need to sit down and figure out what my plan is for like what I'm gonna focus on. The issue and why I've been procrastinating is because I need to be able to like bounce between all of the subjects since I have like all of these exams coming up instead of just focusing on one, and that's something I really have a hard time with. I am way better at hyper focusing on one subject, learning everything for that one subject and then moving on. Whereas I need to be bouncing a couple hours in each subject. So I think I'm going to like try to break up my days so that it's okay, this amount of time on this subject, like a decent amount of time on each subject, so it doesn't seem like as much of a transition between them. I don't know if this is going to help, but I was supposed to study MSK yesterday, but then we had a Zoom for a meeting about documentation, and that took like the whole entire time and a little bit longer than it was supposed to, and after that I was just exhausted, so I didn't really get any studying done. But I can't even remember what my plan was for what I'm going to focus on, but I need to go sit down at my desk and figure out what the plan is, because I might need to update the plan. And I'm doing laundry today so that hopefully laundry will be done and I won't have to deal with that. And then I'm going to focus on like one thing of my apartment that needs cleaned like each day of the weekend, like probably do my kitchen tomorrow and then my bathroom Sunday or something like that. And then the rest of it I can clean throughout the week next week when I'm taking breaks in between studying. So I just need to figure out what the plan is, because if I don't have a plan, then I'm just a mess. It's also hard for me to focus for a little bit because I know I'm gonna have to go get my laundry and then fold it, and that's like interrupting my focus. So I don't want to start like a deep focus if I'm gonna have to interrupt it, but I feel like I have no choice, because if I don't start, I'm never gonna start. But I started writing out like a plan. A lot of this has not happened, so I don't remember how long I studied yesterday. I don't even think I studied for an hour. I literally don't think I did anything yesterday. It might be hard to see, but Friday is today. This is like more than I was supposed to have. This was only supposed to be 1 hour, but I was supposed to do 2 hours yesterday and I didn't, so I just added it on there. And I never get done what I say I'm gonna get done usually, so I just keep moving them over. And this is everything I was supposed to get done yesterday that I didn't do. So, oh well. I'm just going to go in this order. So I'm going to start with EBP. That'll be my focus to start. And then once I transition to the next, I'll do this for an hour. And then the last thing will be MSK. And I'm doing my laundry now. So hopefully this kind of works. Like the thing that I'm starting with is supposed to be my main focus a little bit for that day. So like my main focus for yesterday was supposed to be MSK, but I just didn't do that. And then today's supposed to be EBP, Saturday's supposed to be my modality skills check, and then Sunday's supposed to be neuromuscular, since my neuromuscular comp is on Monday. But I don't know if this is actually gonna happen, but that's my goal, I guess. For EBP, I originally had, well, I made my note card already, and I originally had on here previous slides, but I found out that it's not really like a final, it's more like just an exam, like of everything we just learned last. So I have like all of the things written down, and I think I need to add one more slide because I think we've learned one more since I made this, but I can cross out previous slides because it's only on the new stuff, luckily, so that makes me feel a little bit better. Plus for this exam, basically we just get to use a sheet of paper filled, which I think I explained already, but this is the one I started making, and I don't even know if it will show, but the words on there are very small, and I try to fit everything on here, but I need to fix some things like the red and the blue. It's like stuff I need to go in and fix and reprint. But basically this is all of the PowerPoint slides on here, except for like a couple, like the notes that I wrote and like the notes that I took, I didn't put on here. So I need to go through and like, I don't need to really like memorize things, because I have it all right there for that. but obviously being familiar with the material will help, so I like understand the questions more and it won't take me as long. Like I can't sit there and spend the whole time just staring at that paper, but if I have to I will, but hopefully I don't have to do that. I think I'm missing something on here still, but I don't know for sure. I need to check to make sure. Oh yeah, I'm missing CPGs. So I just need to add on one more PowerPoint that we didn't cover before I made this. So I just crossed out the top thing and then added on the new one. So I have 6 total that I need to get through. And the goal is to get 2 hours of studying done tonight. But basically my point was I don't need to like know everything super hardcore, but I do want to just read through everything just so like I can say I've read through it and tried to like understand it and learn it. That way the questions will be easier. Because the questions aren't supposed to be like straight recall, it's more application. So even if you do memorize everything, you still have to apply it. So it's more important to just understand rather than memorize. But I have like 40 minutes till I have to go get my laundry, so I'm going to hopefully study for a good 30 minutes before and just keep going at it. I'm just gonna keep studying until I lose my motivation to study, because sometimes I can get like really in the zone and study for like hours and hours and hours, but if I like take a break or something, I like lose that focus. So the goal is to not lose that focus.
Taking it slow, won't work on time. Song is so long for Christmas lights. It can't be a song you sing sometimes. I need you to sing it for your whole life. So let me be your family this Christmas. And let this be the season.
I finished 30 minutes and didn't quite get through the whole PowerPoint slide, but then I just kept going through it after the 30 minutes and I got through it. And I realized I accidentally turned off my timer for my laundry. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit because I know it was at least 40 minutes and I had a timer for 30, so it's probably about 10 minutes till I need to go get it. But I added on, well, I just marked off that I got through that once, and I added on my formula sheet because I was kind of like going through it as I was looking over stuff to make sure I had stuff on here, but I need to fix one thing, and then also I think I might just like read through this a couple times so I know where things are, and I might highlight more things because I think I did a good job in this section over here with highlighting a decent amount of words, but in the other sections I feel like I was lacking in the highlighting, so I might go through and highlight some more keywords so they are easier to see. I was gonna give you my thoughts while I did laundry, like literally just talk about anything that comes to my head, but then I absolutely smashed my head off of the dryer, so I don't think there's any thoughts flowing through my brain anymore. It doesn't really hurt anymore, but it gave me an instant headache. I had to do laundry today because I forgot a whole drawer full of clothes at home, and they were the clothes that I tend to wear like the most often to class, so that was not good for me. So I was hoping to not have to do laundry since I'll be going home next week, but since I forgot so much of my clothes, I had to do some laundry because I'm just going to have to rewear the same things I wore last week basically. But next week we have a sort of like finals week, spirit week in a way, so there's one day that we get to wear pajamas, which I don't know if I'm gonna wear pajamas or not yet. I was debating between wearing pajama set. It's actually in this laundry, but I have like a pajama set that's like brown plaid and then like a tan long sleeve, and I was debating on wearing that, or kind of wanted to wear my comfy because I have the blanket, the non-Sherpa version of the comfy, but I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I hate wearing things that make you stand out like a ton from everyone else. Like I do not like drawing attention to myself, and as much as I want to wear the comfy, I feel like it will just draw too much attention to myself, even though everyone else is gonna be wearing pajamas. But I don't know. I'm definitely overthinking it. That's just the thoughts that go through my head, and I really want to wear it, but not sure I'll work up the courage to wear it because it is really comfortable. You might not relate at all and think I'm crazy, or maybe you do relate, I don't know. I need to stop saying I don't know so much. Today is only technically December 2nd, and I'm so ahead, like, because I think this is what, Vlogmas Day 7. I'm so ahead to the point where I feel like I might want to combine some days so that I'm like caught up more. So it's like, I'm trying not to say the word like, but I use it so often I don't know how to not use it. I'm thinking about combining some days so that I'm caught up, or not caught up, but closer to being like real Vlogmas where you usually film and then post it the next day. So I don't really know if that's what I'm gonna end up doing, but I was thinking about catching up so that I could do more once I get home and I'm done with finals and all that. But we will see, because I could maybe put like finals week together as one video or something like that. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud right now. The reason why I filmed it so early is because I didn't think I'd be doing this well of filming like basically every day, and some days I've been editing the video that day and having it done by the next day, which I just really didn't have that much faith in myself that I'd be able to do that. So that's why I filmed so ahead, because I was like, oh, I can just do like every other day or something like that. But now I'm at the point where I almost have enough days to the point where I'm gonna be home, because I think I'll be going home, I think like December 8th or something like that. So after that I can do more things, and it'll be more things rather than just studying. I will be on break, and the only thing I'll have to worry about school related is preparing for my clinical that is in January. So that's the only thing that'll be on my mind. These are the pajama pants that I was thinking about wearing for pajama day, but I'm not sure yet because I don't know. I'm just weird. I just feel like you're not supposed to wear pajamas to school, and I overthink it because I don't want to look weird or stand out too much. Anyways, those were my rambling thoughts that are going on in my head while I've been folding laundry. Gosh, hitting my head must have scrambled up my brain a little bit. It's almost 3 o'clock now, so my goal is to be done with putting my laundry away and starting to go on studying again by 3, and then hopefully I can focus until maybe like 5 or 5:30 or something like that, and then eat dinner and hopefully focus again later, because my options I'm giving myself is to study or to edit. Those are my only options I'm giving myself, because I need to not waste my life away on scrolling through social media. This is the shirt that I wanted to wear with those pajama pants. It's just like a tan long sleeve, but I just don't know if it would be weird. And if I don't end up doing that, then I'll probably just wear sweatpants, which is what I normally wear to class anyways. But I'm going to finish folding my laundry and either listen to some music or maybe a podcast. I was thinking like allowing myself to watch a quick video while I fold, but then I'm afraid I'll get down a rabbit hole of YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna finish folding my laundry, and if I'm not studying at 3, you guys are gonna know about it, and you're gonna know that I didn't follow what I was supposed to do. You guys are holding me accountable. And I'm also mic'd up right now, so hopefully it's not making lots of noises as I move. I didn't really think that through until right now, because sometimes when I bump my mic, it makes really loud noises. I've debated whether or not I want to get like a mic for the camera, or just like a wireless mic that I can attach to myself so I don't have to have the whole cord and everything, because sometimes when you move the cord it makes noise too, and I don't know. I thought about getting a new mic, but also I don't make any money off of these yet. I'm not monetized. I have the requirements of the number of subscribers needed, but not quite the amount of watch hours. So if you want to help me get monetized, you can watch my videos. And I also have a playlist of all of them if you ever want to just like play them, or even put it on in the background or something, if you're that kind and want to help me reach that goal, because I'm hoping to reach the 4,000 watch hours by either the beginning of next year, which would be a very challenging goal, or by like the end of January. But those are both very challenging goals. If you want to help out, that's how you can. Anyways, I just decided I was going to let my brain ramble during this folding, because I don't know, I feel like I'm trying to get better at this whole vlogging and all of that, and that's why one of the reasons why I wanted to do Vlogmas, because I thought what better way to practice than to literally vlog every day. And with that, I figured it's also good to talk more and kind of show more of me rather than just making cool edits of my day or something like that. Part of me is that I ramble and my brain goes a million places sometimes, and what I thought I was going to say at the beginning of this little thing might not even be how it ended. if that even makes sense. But end of my ramble session, because I said I was literally going to stop talking like 5 minutes ago, I'm pretty sure, but I'm still talking. Anyways, I'm going to finish folding my laundry and then force myself to study all night long. Not all night long, but for the rest of the day.
Don't be a stranger, be my date. Without you, this ain't a holiday. So let me be your family this Christmas. Let me be your family. Let this be the season that you've been waiting for. Let me be your family this Christmas. Give to you myself this year. I promise I'm yours.
I just got done with another hour and a half of EBP studying, so I'm at 2 hours total now, and I've gotten through every slide at least once. I was kind of like going fast through them at the end, and then I was working on my formula sheet a little bit. But next on the list is neuromuscular, which I don't feel like studying for this for some reason, but that's what is next on the list for today. Here's my list for today, so I can actually cross off study EVP for 2 hours, and then I can also cross off laundry. So I definitely won't be getting this much done because I just don't see that happening, but I definitely can get this done and then at least a little bit of that, hopefully, because I have a lot scheduled for tomorrow. I actually decided that I'm gonna eat dinner, even though it's not even 5. Oh, actually it is like 5, but I just got really hungry, so I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna eat dinner. And I wanted to stay off of YouTube because I didn't want to get distracted, but I think I'm gonna allow myself a little break before I transition into neuromuscular. So I think I'm just gonna try to set a limit like I did when I was folding my laundry. So hopefully I will be studying again by 6, and I will get off by 6. So I think I'm gonna heat up my dinner and then eat and watch YouTube, and then I'll get back to it. Okay, I'm gonna heat up mashed potatoes, and then yes, I do have dishes in my sink. I need to clean those at some point, but I don't know. And then this is a cabbage roll, or pigs in a blanket, whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna put mashed potatoes in, and then this on top, and heat it up in the microwave. I just want to talk a little bit about what happened last night. It's last night from when I'm talking right now, because it's now a Saturday, and the last thing you saw was my dinner that I had. And I had a pretty early dinner, and the plan was to kind of get in another deep focus session after dinner, but it just didn't happen. I was just feeling very unmotivated, and I took a shower because I was procrastinating. I was like, I'll just shower and then I'll study after that. But I showered, and that just like made me even less motivated. And I was like getting really upset with myself, feeling lazy and feeling guilty that I wasn't being productive. And I feel like this is such a toxic mindset to have, but like toxic productivity is definitely a thing, because you can't be productive 24/7. And the people that are productive 24/7, I have a hard time believing it, and I feel like they're just robots sometimes. Like, I don't know how somebody can be productive 24/7 and not break down and not get burnout and not just need a break, I guess, sometimes. But I know there are people that are good on putting themselves on like autopilot and just going and going, but I am not good at that, and I get unmotivated, and maybe it's more about like a self-discipline issue than like a motivation, because I know that's difference between needing motivation and just being disciplined and being able to do it. So maybe I have a self-discipline issue, but I need to allow myself to take a break when I feel like it's necessary. And it's not the end of the world. Like, I know in the end I'm trying my hardest, and whatever I get on my finals, like, I tried my best for the energy that I was able to give and the time that I was able to give. But then there's the other part of my brain, like, I'm saying this because I want to believe this, but then there's the other part of my brain that's like, you're being lazy, you're not giving it your all. Obviously you're not trying your hardest because you could have continued to study last night, but you didn't. So it's like this ongoing battle of me like wanting to be positive about it and changing my mindset, but then like still having those habits and ways of thinking that, well, obviously you didn't try your hardest because you didn't do perfect. Like, it's the perfectionist in me that I'm trying to like break out of, because it's impossible to be perfect all the time. I don't know, I just wanted to add in my thoughts about that because it's something that I've been trying to work through, and I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. I feel like more people are talking about it now than they used to, but there's a lot of toxic productivity on the internet, and I even contribute to it when sometimes I make videos and I might say like I'm not being productive, but to someone else, in their opinion, I might look like I'm being productive. Or like I'll make a video of me on my best day and post it, but like every day is not that productive. That's just one day that I was very motivated and able to focus well, and only showing you those productive moments of that day creates an illusion that it's like, oh, I'm productive all the time, but that's not the case. So I'm trying to like be more open, and with showing like every single day, I feel like it gives more room to show the days where you're not able to be super productive. I just feel like that's more important to show that than rather just show this fake persona of I have my life together 24/7, because that's just not the case. And I feel like when I watch a lot of grad students vlogs and stuff like that, I have a hard time because they're like very self-disciplined and they're able to come home every single day and review their material every single day. And I just like don't have the energy to do that. Sometimes when I get home from class, I just want to lay in bed because I'm exhausted from the day of lectures, and I feel like there's got to be other students that feel that way. And I just want to like bring light to that you don't have to be super productive every day. And if you have to cram for a couple exams, it happens. As long as you're trying your best, and by trying your best, I mean, even if your best is you're only able to study like a few minutes for an exam, if that's all you were able to do with the energy that you had, then that is you trying your best. I don't know if that makes sense, but in my opinion, you trying your best is going to look different than someone else trying their best. And it all has to do with the energy and the mindset that you have, because you can only put so much into it. You can't be destroying your health and mental health to do your best, if that makes sense. I just think there comes a point where you're pushing yourself too far. I don't even know if I'm making sense. This is the point where my brain is just starting to like go everywhere, and I'm not even sure if I'm getting the point across of what I'm trying to say. But basically, I had a rough night last night, and I was kind of getting upset with myself about not being as productive as I wanted to be, but I was trying to remind myself that it's okay, and I did my best. Even though I was only able to study 2 hours yesterday, 2 hours is better than no hours, and I read through all of my PowerPoints for one of my classes, and that's better than doing nothing, so that's an accomplishment in itself. But I'm putting this on here to remind others, as well as myself, that you have to give yourself grace, and you're not always, you can't be perfect. You just can't. You can't be perfect. If everyone was perfect, then that'd be some weird illusion that we were all living, but nobody's perfect. It's just not how it is. I'm sorry that this video is probably so long. It's probably one of the longer ones, and it has a lot of me talking in it, and I'm sure a lot of people clicked off because they don't want to hear me talk, which is completely fine. But yeah, I'm sorry for rambling this whole entire video. I just felt like there were some things I wanted to say, some things I wanted to talk about, and I'm just kind of experimenting with different things to talk about, different things to show and all of that, and I just wanted to kind of address the feelings that I was having last night, because maybe someone else out there is feeling the same way and they can kind of relate. But that's everything I want to talk about today, so I'm going to be wearing the same thing and also starting in the same position for tomorrow's video, so don't be confused when it looks like the same video for a second. But I just wanted to add this in here because I meant to do it last night, but my mental state was just not good last night, so I wasn't able to add it in then. Anyways, I'll quit rambling, and I'll see you guys back for day 7 of Vlogmas.